The Further Education and Training Institute, in partnership with the D.G. Murray Trust, have created a work placement intervention program to address the issue of youth unemployment in South Africa. The program aims to prepare college students for the workplace, currently focusing on the engineering, hospitality, and retail industries.
We saw a definite need in relationship building between the colleges or education sector, the business sector, and the teachers and the students themselves. So this disconnect and this, sort of real story to tell about the mismatch of skills. And we really wanted to know, is that story true? Is it as disconnected as research is telling us? And how do we make that relationship better? How do we improve the chances of a young person leaving with a skill, leaving their college with a skill, to actually go and practice that skill and become employed into the economy?
When we had a look at some of the challenges of creating pathways to work for young people, we really saw three big problems. The first was that young people didn't have access to information about opportunity. The second was that young people were coming through the system unemployable. And the third was that often the training that young people were actually getting didn't fit the work. And so there was a mismatch between what the company wanted and what training was being provided. And so for us, we saw FETI's work in trying to create an alignment between the two as absolutely fundamental in addressing one of the three big challenges of employment in South Africa.
The project now is in the phase where the students have been given workplace exposure. So we have between 60 and 80 students that have been placed. And this period, the next 3 months, is really about getting feedback now from those very employers who told us these are the things we see lacking in some of the graduates that come to us.
The College of Cape Town is one of the 3 colleges to have benefited from the Work Readiness Program.
Our engineering faculty was the beneficiaries of this project. So electrical students and then also building and civil students, they participated in the program. As the college itself, we do work readiness training, and that would be stretched through the entire program, which for them would generally be a year, mostly focusing on the soft skills. Well, the relationships between us, the colleges, and the construction and the engineering industry has just in the last few years grown a lot. And I would say it's because of the intervention of the SETAs. Because of the involvement and funding being available, companies are more and more eager to come on board and take the risk actually having students to come into the workplace.
The college sent building and civil students to power construction.
Power construction is a national concern that was established in 1983 by Graham Power. We are a civil engineering company that also has a building section as well as a property development arm. And basically we are forerunners in road building, basic low-cost housing. Annually we recruit students as trainees into the industry. And basically we use the FET colleges, such as College of Cape Town, in order to use it as a recruitment source.
It helped me in such a way that it showed, firstly with the interview skills, it helped me a lot with that, because basically I had no interview skills. And then also how to deal with people in the workplace, now that helped me a lot. You work hard, yeah. You work your pants off. It's a hard industry. It's a hard industry. You can't just come here thinking that things are going to work out as if in the office or anything. Yeah, these guys working here give you a hard time. All companies should take on students, because basically those students who come out of school basically have no, the companies want people with experience. Now that is kind of difficult to get work without experience.
We've had some good guys come through, guys that want to work hard, guys, like I said, that ask the right questions, because we believe if you don't ask one question in a day, you haven't learned anything during that day.
There are a couple of challenges, but generally speaking, yes, it is a very fruitful venture.
I think one of the reasons why I went into construction was I wanted to interact with people. And for me, the best thing is when you build something and you actually leave a legacy like what you have going on here behind me.
The program was also implemented at the Boulant College in Stellenbosch.
Our relationship and our involvement with the industries is very super, because ever since the colleges, that I mean the TVET colleges, have started a unit called Work Integrated Learning. There was a mandate from the DAGT to make partnerships with the industry.
Human resources students from the college were placed at the Strand Fire Station.
The fire business is not necessarily only about going to a fire, but it's also about the administrative part of it. There's a lot of corporate stuff in terms of labor relations, the HR side, the administration part, making sure that all documentation and all relevant information gets captured. So these students training and they're learning how to do the work properly. They also learn all the relevant HR information in terms of what they're going to need if they join the municipality's HR department.
What made me decide to study, I worked in different industries, admin, retail, in factories, and I saw how employees and employees treat each other, and I just think that was wrong, so why not go study HR?
We need more people in the HR department who love working with people, because the HR is your link between employers and employees, and you should feel comfortable and happy, or at least not afraid to go to your HR administrator, whoever that is where you find yourself.
The criteria I look for in students, and I think in most students, even my own staff when they start studying, would be a willingness to learn.
The work readiness program has helped me a lot because I'm interacting with a lot of people at the same time. And so it's firemen, you have to work under pressure.
Advice for future students. I would have to say you have to make sure before you get into the program or into the industry that that is what you want to do. Be 110% sure, because if you don't love what you're doing, you're going to hate your job.
My position at the college is a Student Support Development Services Manager. So the Student Support Development Services Department supports the core function of the college through providing counseling to all the students, placement to our students that are needing work placement, disability support to our students with disabilities, financial aid to the students that need a bursary scheme. And then also life skills in terms of skills that is needed in the working environment. And those skills are sort of the soft skills in terms of CV writing, interviewing skills, how to conduct yourself in the workplace, how to impart your theoretical knowledge that you've learned in the classroom, and how to implement that in a practical way in the workplace. We have a very good relationship with industries. Fallsway College has for the last 10 years or 80 years have always implemented a placement support for our students. So we've reached a stage now where industry is actually phoning the college, Fallsway College, to ask for students.
Our company is tied in with the project is we got contact from Fallsway to see how can we take on students and how can we assist them to gaining experience with in the hospitality industry.
I chose to work in this hospitality industry because from a young age I've always watched TV and I actually like the excitement of the kitchen.
The reason why I chose to go in the supper industry is because I love working with people. Especially in this industry, you find that you meet a lot of people from all over the world. The work readiness program helped me by teaching me the basic things I need to know in going into the workplace, such as interviews and the way your attitude should be towards people and your superiors.
Look, there's always a hit and run sometimes, but I think with the students that we got, we've been lucky, and I would say all 4 of them that we took on, they're superstars in their own way, and we give them same experience and same responsibilities as our permanent staff, and they step up to the plate and they've actually been really been superstars.
I am dedicated to this job because anything they ask me to do, I'll do it exactly as they want it. I'll jump how high they want me to. I'll do anything.
We can teach you knowledge, we can teach you the skill, but attitude is one of the main things that is important for us to take on, especially students.
I'd like to stay with the hotel because I think there's a lot of opportunities for growth in this hotel.
We have employed some students from Falsburg College, and the guys that we have here, we will definitely look onto to employ as well.
It has been a good experience. It's working very, very well. I think we've realized, we industry feels comfortable to give very honest feedback on it in terms of the students' development.
What's been great is to see FETI focus on a few industries. And what we've seen there is that there is a greater alignment between what has been taught and what is actually needed in the workplace. And that's very exciting.
It's about, the notion of changing people's lives for the better.
If I hadn't come through the college, I think I'd be in scullery.
Ficava ali pegando a